Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
there we go.
We are here.
Oh, there's the music.
Yep.
There it
Killian's
is.
got a date.
Just turn that down for a little bit.
There we go. It's appreciated. Even though I could very much just turn it down myself, it's appreciated.
I get the sense more that somebody thinks she's on a date with Killian.
Look, there's a lot of skull to get through.
Mhm.
We have a lot of time to figure it out.
Anyhow, it's hours before the show, and we're walking around, talking to people, getting to know them. Nemia's catching up with who's new, who's still around from when she was part of this group. Somebody gets some interest in Killian and starts leading him around by the arm, and Killian's just like, oh, okay. Tour's happening, sure. Also, they have a very, very old owl bear, which was probably Var's little egg baby.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Zara does successfully pick Killian's pocket. Killian caught up very quickly, though. And then we got introduced to the very rigged bell ring game and unrigged it forcibly.
From the
Bastion
ground.
fixed it, though.
Yeah, it was unrigged and then re-rigged. You can't leave something broken like that.
Yeah. When we left off, Octavia had just dragged Killian to the fortune teller. He was like, fine, we'll get this over with, alright. And the rest of us go and drink and just go, okay. That's
Yep.
happening over there, but we don't really care.
I believe you left off with drinks, or yes, there was a giant tug given to Nemia by the dwarven female,
Mhm.
Berline.
Uh-huh.
There is one other individual in this. It's kind of like a makeshift bar area. Like they've put wood down and planks and erected some posts, but it's easy to to break it down and
Booze
pack it
shack.
up for the basically. There we go. Kind
Killian
of
Shack.
eyeing you from one corner, grasping a mug that is far too large for her halfling body, but still downing it just the same. Kind of this, blonde-haired halfling. One eye there's this massive scar, and one eye is completely white. Looks like she has a permanent angry face, and like seems to be finishing her drink quickly just to get out of here and not have to deal with you lot. Nemia, you don't know her.
Yeah.
That's the person to the
Um,
northeast of Nemia, right?
Yes, the only other person in the.
Yep, I just want to make sure I'm following right.
Yep. If none of you stop her, she'll like chug the rest of the beer, which is like half of this mug that's oversized for her, and she'll wander out, trying to go unnoticed, and she'll run off.
I'll
She
ask
would just keep an eye.
the barkeep, what's the deal with her?
Sorry, 1 second.
Let's go find half of them.
Okay, sorry. Like, oh, that's Chinara. Oops. Go to players. She does some more of the acrobatic stunts around here, and I don't know how they convinced her, but she does a good cannonball act. I don't think
Okay.
she's happy about it.
No, I don't think either.
Wows the crowds, though. Brings in money.
I mean, if it's worth it, it works.
I'm not there right now, but it was the eye before or after the cannonball job because if after, I think she's got every right to be unhappy with it.
It's a very good question.
Telepathically, I can ask that.
Who are you asking that? Oh, you're gonna. Okay, gotcha. Oh, she joined up like that.
Okay.
That was a
No
bit
grudge then.
more trouble with. She's a werewolf too, so she had some troubles before she joined up with us. Pretty sure we saved her from death, so she's got to be at least somewhat grateful.
She looked like a sign of great manners.
So it's more of a payback thing.
Yeah, I mean, like it or not, we are her family now. So,
Hmm.
so how have you been?
Busy, very busy. You know, toppling kingdoms here and there, gaining others under my reign. You know,
Working on your stories, I see.
as always. You know, I'm half Feywild.
Cafe?
Does it show?
No.
I'll move my face around. Come on, these features.
No,
Or you
not
think
at
you
all,
got 'em?
sweetie.
Damn it. No, but yeah, well, it's. How long have we been traveling so far, time-wise?
Oh, the group, the party? 3 months, maybe?
Hmm.
Give or take.
Yeah. So it's been a quite busy couple of months, you know. Even took up sailing. No, the only way to get off the island, but more than I'd want to or Chile want to.
Hmm.
Fortunately, being in good hands and point to the group that's here.
Well, any friends of Nemia's? Friend of mine.
Reminds
Nice
me
to
of,
meet y'all.
That reminds me of something, Eric.
Hmm.
Do we still have that boat?
Presumably, yeah.
Yeah, do we fold it up?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why you
Yeah,
wouldn't.
expect-
Okay, I could never remember if that was established or not. That's all.
Because that's how we got the gold back.
Mhm.
We got all the
Yeah,
fucking gold
well,
back.
yeah, I know we brought the gold back on the ship. I'm just like, did we
Oh.
then afterwards fold it back up?
You know, that brings
Probably.
up a good point. You would not have all the gold with you.
We have to
There's
leave
no
some
way-
for storage,
there's- Yeah, there's no way you all could be carrying that much gold,
Even with the bag of holding.
even with the bag of
sure?
holding.
Did we not establish that we basically brought it back and then converted it as some amount to like larger pieces? I thought that was the thing we established because Bastion and Lena could carry a ridiculous amount. Am I misremembering?
that feels like something we might have mapped
I think it was
out.
brought up of condensing it at one point. I don't think we mapped it out or anything like that, but I know it was kind of hand waved as like, yeah, we could like turn some of them into like gems and stuff like that.
Yeah, because we would have had to bring it to the guy who would take that gold, right? Isn't that what we discussed?
But at the same time, too, I'm also like, how to say, I don't think we're about to use that much gold for anything coming up.
Yeah.
So,
Worst case scenario, it's at your stronghold.
yeah, I
in-
was gonna say,
in the capital of the Old Kingdom.
and if the capital gets taken, we have bigger problems on our hands.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Moving on.
Though there's a note for later. Maybe we should stop by there at some point if we ever have like a I don't know, like a month time skip or something. Just stop by and then like get a bunch of wheelbarrows and bring it into the into L'Oreal's little pocket dimension.
Just roll
she
it
would,
in.
She would love that.
Yep.
I will just repeat how it bashed in the last time of head hitting table with one sip of booze. That's where he is right now.
Which really adds to Nemia's I'm in good hands moment.
Which doesn't Bastion have a decent con?
Yes, but he's terrible with booze.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Meanwhile, the Madame Iridia gets done with this very flowery exposition of star-crossed lovers and blah 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 blah.
Kelly's like half
Very-
paying attention, and he's thinking about the much cooler versions of this he has in the Elf Kingdom.
Um, so Octavia next to you is, oh, how exciting!
Yeah.
Hey, Iridia, do you want to do an actual, an actual reading that might impress our guests a little more?
What? Yeah, sure.
This big heavy sigh. Usually we save that for our well-paying guests, but you say her take another large swig.
Hell, hold on. He'll go into his bag. Because we were just talking about money.
Uh-huh.
And we have at least some. Where are we? Is it in party loot? I think it would be. Yep, 1,600 pounds of Old Valiant gold.
Jeez. Yeah, I don't think you have all that, but I'm sure you have some of it.
Yeah, he'll take a skim off the cult money. I'm just gonna take 10 silver pieces off that and put it in a sheet if that's cool with you guys.
Bastion
So-
still has a.
Drop in the ocean.
Yeah, I have Bastion listed having specifically like 50 of those old coins in his person.
Yeah,
So,
so-
go for it.
So he'll go to his bag. He'll just like wealthier folk, and he slides the silver across the table.
You see Iridia's eyes perk up a bit. Well then. And you see her kind of like straighten up, get a little bit more serious. She's like, okay. I want you to think of a specific question. Something you wish to know the answer to, or some course of action you plan to take soon, and we will try and divine if it'll be a good or bad outcome, or see what happens.
So short term is better on this. Because for a moment in his head, he's like, lead the armies of all men against the powers of chaos and the end of the
No.
aura.
This is a more short-term spell, like it's augury, basically.
Yep.
Basically.
I figured just if you got any sense of his expression or anything like that, he's just thinking like,
Yeah.
so I gotta save the world or. Oh, okay.
What's my maximum bench limit?
He's
So you see her eyes kind of begin to glow purple, and she pulls out this giant, crystal orb, and begins casting her spell.
he'll be thinking about basically continuing to work up the gladiatorial levels, working with the what's his name, Lion Man.
Mhm.
But basically
So
continuing like going forward with him.
okay, so what is the specific question?
Okay, if it's a specific, let me look up how augury works then, and just for the sake
Yeah,
of this.
so a specific course of action you plan to take. Don't pay attention to the 30 minutes. Just
Yeah,
in
no
a
worries.
relatively short time frame.
Yep. Also, I assume she's a bit more better at this.
Maybe.
Okay. Specific course of action you plan to take. It's fairly open-ended with the phrasing. Okay. So next up is the what's the what was the thing the line man, I'm gonna find his name in the list, said we were going to like the next fight we were taking part in.
So he was hosting a kind of like a ladder tournament thing this coming Star Day, I think.
Okay.
I think so. The weekend.
Is it
And that
Salahatu?
was-
Is the guy?
Yeah, thank you. Yes.
Yeah, and he'll just be going like, are we gonna do good on the upcoming tournament this weekend?
she'll continue her spell as the crystal orb will reveal. You hear the faint sound of cheers, an audience applauding, and she simply says to you, "Things seem favorable to you."
Yeah. He's gonna look at that and cross his arms like it's like I mean the magic's pretty cool, but nothing I didn't know.
You see the magic kind of fades from her eyes, and she goes, "Then why not ask something else?"
I mean, there's always the unknown, right?
Reasonable.
Hmm.
A word of caution, though.
Right,
There
so-
was a slight hint of woe.
Oh.
There may be something unexpected in your immediate future,
Hmm.
of what I could not tell you.
I mean, if there was nothing unexpected in my future, I think I'd have your job.
You see her, a slight chuckle. Are we done here? And she looks over at Octavia. Like, oh, all right. Well, that was fun. And she grabs you by the arm again and basically pulling you out of the chair to
Yep.
take you further along.
Yeah, he'll as he's being dragged out, flick another silver just aimlessly into the tent and just nice for putting up with us.
Just beating her on the nose with it.
She'll go ahead and drag you over to rejoin the group.
Oh, hey, Bastion's down. Roll him out of the chair if you want it.
He'll just kind of slowly push with his foot.
For a good moment, he's completely not moving, and then just don't clang, clang, clang. There's just hey, fuck you. Arm hits the ground.
What's up?
For such a big guy, you'd think he'd hold that better.
I can hold shit just fine. Look at my hands.
So at the door, Killian Octavia will say, "Well, that was fun. I have to go get ready for the show. It's soon. Perhaps I shall see you later."
Doors appreciated. Hope to see you in the show.
She gives you a smile, a little twirl, and she makes her dress change colors back to the reddish and oranges, and gives a little half wave
Ooh.
as she walks away.
Can you do that with your dress? And he looks down at Bastion.
He kind of looks up to Killian. It's like, I mean, is it not changing right now? It's wobbling and swirling.
You're doing terrific.
That's a lie.
Hey,
You don't
Barcape.
compliment me.
What can I get you?
Big mug of something.
Most of Bastion's is still on the counter if you want it.
As he's drinking that one.
That is the best answer. I like your friends, Nemia, and you'll get a big mug of something.
Me too.
Oh wait, is it actually something?
Oh
As
my God,
established
not
in the last
again!
campaign, is it actually something?
Not again!
Or is it something else?
I feel like I'm forgetting something.
You are forgetting something!
Haven't even
Okay,
remember that one. Come on.
Evander walked into a bar and just said to give him something. So the bartender gave him a drink out of a bottle labeled something.
Hmm.
Or it was
Later
something
somehow-
strong.
Yeah,
And then
it
there
was
was something
something. There was
else.
something strong and something else.
Yep.
I like it.
So is this a well-known brand name, Eric? Answer the question.
Maybe.
It's been 50 years, they could have grown.
No.
The better
Can you
answer
imagine-
is the better answer
Can
is
you
it is
imagine-
now.
Can you imagine how good the something strong is after 50 years of aging?
So to clear things up,
The point.
when you guys had that,
Something new, something right, something new.
weren't you guys back in time at that point?
That's right.
That was
That was
550 years ago.
Were we? Okay.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, because that
Like
was in the Sand Kingdom.
Which would actually be kind of close to where we are, right?
No, it's a different continent, right? I thought it was a different
No.
continent.
Yes, different continent.
Okay,
The
Okay.
other continent's across the sea to the west.
gotcha.
Hey, they might have gone multinational.
Or this is a case of convergent evolution in alcohol branding.
No, that's
Someone
something
has the
crabby.
same sense of humor as someone else. That's all. It is.
Yes.
Oh no, sorry, this is someone and someone else. Gotcha.
It is what we call a recurring joke, children.
Humor.
Okay, moving
What if
on.
we
Eric,
had humor in our
Eric,
D&D campaign?
does he get a drink of something?
I think it's something else.
Very
Yay!
good.
I hate this.
It's just something
Hey,
else.
at least we
I'm
know that. It's,
happy.
at least you know that you got something good.
That is not guaranteed.
Oh, we're out of stock of that. Sorry.
Fuck this. Fuck
In
this.
in my head, this entire conversation is happening in Bastion's adult state on the ground as soon as someone says something. We broke Ariel.
Bastion's gonna have a fun conversation with Nessa if that comes up.
I like to imagine that's where he got the name from originally. He just heard about it and he's like, hold on a second here.
Killian drinks is something. Oh, is there anything else we want to get up to here?
Bastion's head perks up and someone's saying, get up. Speaking of, like, tries to, like, turtle his way onto his feet.
Let's just watch him.
Lena's just watching.
It's not going well.
It's not pretty. Oh, jeez.
This is a solid, like, 3 minutes of entertainment before he finally makes it.
Yep.
Berlin will ask, "Are you all not staying for the show?
Oh, we are.
It's our opening show. It's gonna be big. There's been word that even one of the Lords of Volt will be joining us.
Ooh.
Really?
Okay.
That big.
We've, the troop has come through here many, many times. So it's, I guess he's enjoyed it when he was younger.
Which,
I don't know.
Do you know which one?
Yes. What's his name?
Just start with an A.
An A? No.
Okay. He was partially wondering if Adder was getting conflated.
I think it's the Crimson Lord. What's his name? I don't remember his name actually.
Does the title Crimson Lord ring a bell for Killian at all?
I guess they're your enemies. You would know that Volt is ruled by a council, and so you've met the Pale Lord, Keston, and so this is the Crimson Lord. But as it's for like a specific name now.
Okay. Does he know anything about the Crimson Lord? Like demeanor, position, or anything other than just the title?
Red Dragonborn.
Fair enough.
If that wasn't obvious.
Is he an asshole?
So
Is anyone we meet not?
Is he known for executing peasants on the street who look at him funny, or is he tossing out gold coins like it ain't nothing?
So the thing is, the only Lord of Volt to ever leave is Keston. The rest of the lords stay in Volt. So they're not known outside of Volt, really. I mean, I'm sure the Old King will refer to them as just a bunch of assholes, but...
Yes.
Important question. Could Bastion roll to know that? Possibly disadvantage because he's dying on the ground?
No roll needed. Keston, you've met. He was at the council. You've probably met him previously, or maybe a predecessor of his. The Pale Lord has always been the face of Volt to other countries. Like, diplomatic face.
So he's intentionally not forward-facing.
The Crimson Lord? Yeah, no. All the other lords, they manage their business in Volt, and the Pale Lord manages stuff outside the country.
Question.
diplomatic missions and stuff. Yes.
Is the reason the Pale Lord's the one who's like diplomatic and like going places because it's a white dragon and so it doesn't like the heat of Volt as much?
No, it's because it goes beyond the pale.
Yeah.
Possibly, but you don't know enough of Volt history to know the reason why.
I was honestly asking Eric more than anything because I don't think that's
No.
going to be relevant for the game at all.
No. I don't believe there is snow in any region of Volt unless you climb the mountains at the border. So, well, actually, to be fair, there is, you've heard about the Magic College at Dragon's Mouth, which is it's a mountain range that separates Volt and the former part of the Old Kingdom that you're supposed to
Bastards.
get back.
Yep.
You can imagine there might be a larger population of white dragonborn there,
Alrighty.
but yeah, for the most part, there are not a lot of white dragonborn.
Fair enough.
Anyways,
I mean, then he'll just ask, is there any rumor why he's coming out all the way here? Like, other than, nostalgia?
not that I heard. Heard he likes the circus.
Okay.
If you want more information, our storyteller Ringvald, he's more common to these parts. He might have some better answers for you.
Sure.
We have the greatest storyteller right here, and he points to Lena. Wait.
Wrong way, Bastion.
Oh, sorry. I'm left-eyed, and he points to me instead.
Wrong otherworldly female you got there.
Nah, all my friends are out of this world. Except for you. I kind of want to bury you.
Killing considers full-on curb stomping Bastion right now.
Lena sees the consideration and goes, "It's really not worth it."
Yeah, and he'll
Look at the state of him.
yeah he'll
He's
almost
pathetic.
he'll nod and he's like almost finish his drink. Look at the bomb. Hey, you left some up here, and he just pours it on his face and walks out.
There's a sound of Bastion trying to drink it.
Kelly doesn't know if that's better or worse.
Look, Bastion likes booze.
He just doesn't like him.
No, not at all.
You want to go talk to a storyteller? He looks to everyone else.
I'm just about finished. Down the rest of my drink. Okay. Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, thanks for the drinks.
Of course,
Pretty
of
good.
course. I'll be here for the rest of the evening.
See ya.
Kelly will toss another silver.
Jeez, just tossing out lots of money left and right. Okay.
I mean,
You are
Set a
going to break
reputation
the
create.
local economy.
We do.
I mean, to be fair, these guys probably need funds for being werewolves.
So you're
it's
paying
not
them in silver.
That's a great point to make there, Ariel.
You hear, ow, my eyes.
We've been dealing with money long enough to know how to properly handle.
I mean, I'm
mean-
aware, but the gesture,
Yes.
unintended as it is.
Kelly just tosses a coin to one of them, and they're like tossing it back and forth with their hands like it's hot. Just like, put it down. No.
Just in the corner, they're just like, how fucking dare you?
Kelly will walk by, just Hector's hair, and then keep going.
Okay. Alrighty, where to?
Over this way.
Storyteller.
Okay. Gillian,
She's gonna like,
you approach-
stand up.
you approach a hole in a fence, and in front of it looks like this really beefy goblinoid. It just looks you up and down.
He just looks him up and down, and is like, does he look like explicitly like a goblin, or is it like more hobgoblin?
Goblinoid. Probably more hobgoblin.
Okay,
He's not too much shorter than you.
okay, fair enough. Yeah, and he just looks and is like, can we go through this way? We just came around the other way.
He gives you like a really stern look and looks at the group and sees Nemia. Ah, friend. And he kind of steps aside and, lets you through.
Also, like we went through that way. Like
He doesn't know that.
no, he tells him he's like should there be like a guard over there or someone shirking duty?
There will be. There's all of. You seem to think for a moment.
Think of it this way.
Actors?
Think of it this way, Killian. That entrance was guarded by a pickpocket. Anybody who gets through isn't going to do so with a full wallet.
That's fair.
He just points. The Mugworth points at you. He's like, "What she said."
Killian tosses him a silver. No, I'm kidding.
You get a silver. You get a silver.
Bastion just pats the guy on the shoulders, walks by. Hi. He's walking.
Of course he.
As far as Killian's concerned, though, like these guys are fairly cool, and they've been like on the fucking run from those goddamn hunter assholes.
Mhm.
Like, they could use the money.
They absolutely could. It's part of the reason they put on the show.
Mhm.
Part of the reason.
Gonna
Yep,
pat a
reason.
horse as we walk by.
Ah.
The horse will let out a little noise and kind of like nudge closer to you.
I'll pause for 30 seconds to make friends with the horse while waiting for Bastion to stagger up,
Of course.
and then keep going.
Yep, so you can all make your way up to the last set of tents that.
Oh, Biter,
Oh,
there you are.
way better.
Yeah, Biter's just hanging out with Ringwald, and he's telling him a story, and Biter's just sitting there like eyes wide, like distractedly, like just munching on something.
It's in your mouth.
Exactly where I was going with that, thank you.
Oh,
Drop it.
the halfling will see you approach, let out a sigh.
Kill just wave to the blonde one again. It's like, hello again.
Eh,
You avoiding us or what?
Do we smell? I'm sorry if we smell.
He. I'm sorry if he
Nope.
does. We're fine.
Take too kindly to strangers.
Killian lifts up Nemia by the back of the shirt. It's like, what about this one?
Yellow.
I don't know that one.
She was here before you.
Ah. Who's the
Eh.
stranger now?
I think
Nemia,
so.
by the way. Damn it.
I've been here for some time, so you must be a very old member then.
Excuse me?
Oh,
I'll do a couple, do a
We've
couple
learned-
poses.
We've learned recently, we don't ask the ladies their age. It's not polite.
How long was it since I was in the troop?
So, it's been 3 months with the group, and probably at least like a year since you left the troop,
Okay.
give or take. I think
Uh-huh.
so, like a year and 3 months, give or take.
You haven't been.
It's only been a,
Yeah, Killian looks over.
only,
You haven't been
only been a
gone-
year.
Yeah, you haven't been gone longer than like two freaking summers.
Yeah. What's the... How long have you been here?
Guess I must have joined soon after you left. Been here a year, a little over a year.
Well, misfortune for us. You seem to be talented.
Did they actually shoot you out of a cannon?
It's fake. It's all show.
Aw.
But yes, I do get launched out of a cannon. And she kind of waves her hand, like, not excitedly.
Do you not like it?
Sarcastically. There we go.
Do you not like doing it?
It's whatever.
I
There's
want to
a-
try.
There's a
I think
very-
you're a bit too heavy for that.
Just pack more powder in it. It's fine.
It's not. You know what? I'd like to see this. Sure.
I'd like to see it.
Ugh.
At least take that to mean we're not horrible, okay?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Also, we saved your boy Hector like twice now, so
Eh, he always gets my order wrong.
say that again, sorry.
He always gets my order wrong.
He's the coffee boy.
Basically. So he finds a permanent spot. So, also sitting around the campfire, you will have noticed, Alanis. You've seen her before. You've got this, Dragonborn. He acknowledges you as you approach, but he's still just, he's kind of just talking to Biter, telling him a story. And then you've got the Fire Genasi that gives you a wave, but he's doing whatever it is he's doing. You see him like kind of warming up, doing stretches and stuff.
Terrible.
And well, once he's done killing, he'll sit over by where Biter is.
You see the Dragonborn kind of looks at you and says, "Hello. I don't believe we've met."
No, he just puts his hand out and shake.
You get a very firm shake. Ringvold's not terribly strong, but he's not. It's not weak either.
I imagine Dragonborns are just naturally a bit built.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah.
So,
You're the
brings
storyteller.
you to. I am.
I've been told you might know some things. Apparently there's a Crimson guy, Crimson Lord, Crimson King, Crimson.
I have a good knowledge of many things. It is my job. The Crimson Lord.
Crimson
Yes.
Yeah, I knew that. Rumors he's coming into here.
I have heard the same. The story is he has been basically coming to see us since he was a child. At least once a year he'll come and see the show. So
This is just
he gets picked tonight to be that time.
this is just the first time he's been coming here with known as the title.
No, well, not specifically here. We did a show, I forget where. That I remember, we did a show in another city that he showed up to a couple years back. No, sorry, a year back. Sorry, gotta get my timeline straight.
Also, I promise this. I didn't come asking for you because you're a Dragonborn. I was told you're a storyteller.
It is fine. I am more familiar with the area than perhaps everyone else here. It's only reasonable. So, Mamreth, the Crimson Lord.
Killing like tries it on his mouth a few times.
Mamreth. He's he is, I guess you could call him the head of the council. Crimson Lord is usually depicted as the central figure of the five. He has no specific assignment, so to speak. The Pale Lord goes out on missions, diplomat to other countries and stuff. The Azure Lord oversees military stuff like that. Crimson Lord doesn't so much. He just kind of oversees everyone else. Checks and balances, I suppose.
Out of curiosity, is there like an Obsidian Lord and an Emerald Lord, or
Yes.
did I get them right? Did I get them right?
Spot on.
All right. Woo, I love when I do that. He just nods and just and is Tiamat a known quantity?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. The symbolism is very heavy-handed.
Okay. It's as obvious as it is to me. Okay.
Yes, it is intentional. Killian would understand this.
Okay. Yep, A nods and just okay. So the Crimson is just kind of like an everyman.
Sorry, you know what? You did get one of them wrong.
Is
It
it
is not.
Viridian Lord?
I was gonna say Verdant Lord.
Yeah, is the last one.
Verdant Lord. I got it.
Obsidian though, spot on.
Because I'm like, desert black.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Like I said, it's very heavy-handed.
Mhm.
Okay. But I don't know him personally. I don't. What would you like to know? I can see if I can answer your questions.
Would I be able to talk to him, or is he gonna have like a whole like
Ooh.
organization
I'm,
around him?
I'm sure he will have a good regiment of guards accompanying him, and I mean, the more money for us, they buy out a whole section basically.
Okay. Didn't know if he came in just like looking like if there was like 5 different red dragonborns and you kind of had to guess which.
Oh, it will be very obvious which one he is.
All right.
But between you and me, his guard is always a bit light at these events, so
Hmm.
he kind of gives like a suggestive look, like and shrugs. Who knows what happens?
Maybe I can get his good graces by firing myself out of a cannon. What? Sorry, I thought I got got lost in thought there a second.
I mean,
He,
probably spider can.
he just nods, and he's just, I'm. How should I say? I'm perhaps looking to end up being in contact with some of the leaders of Volt in my future. So
A southerner. That's a tall order.
yeah. He says, going, also, I'm the prince, but we're not going to bring that one up.
You could just yell at him. Just like sit across from the tent and just yell at him.
That'll be planned for. He just nods. And he's like, well, also you're a storyteller. What have you been telling our little friend here?
I actually was kind of telling him of my home. Well, back when I had a home. It was at the base of the mountains. Family had a great farm. They wanted to send me into the military, but as you can tell from my line of work, it's not quite suited for such things. So, but yeah, I was telling him of the joys I had of home.
Nods. He just looks to Biter, see if he has any. Bastion's not doing well in something.
Bastion is going to just like, as doing his best to be indistinct as possible, like walk up next to the guy and just give him a hug.
Bastion drunkenly stumbles, like tries to shove Lena aside, and like doesn't go very well.
Killian, like,
Stumbles into
slowly
Killian.
puts a hand on the hilt of the sword, like, what are you doing?
Bastion just gives him a hug, and there's like tears running down his face. I feel you, man.
He gives you a hug back. You two are probably roughly the same size, but Ringvold's got several horns above you, so
Well, Bastion's wider, so it balances out.
Bastion is wider. Yes. He gives you a hearty pat. It's like a clang clang. Well, okay.
I can take him away from here.
My parents also wanted me to join the military. I don't want to hurt people. Well, most people.
Killer flashes back to like yesterday, and it's like, huh.
Right,
It
okay,
stinks.
come on. We're gonna go over there underneath the tree. I'm gonna start trying to unwind Bastion's arms.
He doesn't
Gently for
resist.
Lena.
He doesn't resist. He just cries harder.
I
Yep.
don't know if he could resist Len.
He's like,
Oh, he doesn't even try.
And then I'm gonna pick him up over my shoulders and just carry him over here.
I've heard of angry
It's
drunks.
stuck.
I've heard of sad drunks, which I think he kind of is. I haven't heard of pacifist drunks.
I'll put him down underneath the tree and just sit him there and just gonna sit here, drink some water, and wait it out.
He's just like holding it like Liz. I'm like, you're so good to me when you don't try to beat me up.
No, I'm not.
Loria will
When you
walk
don't try to beat
over.
me up.
Loria will walk over to join you, the two of you. Everything okay?
He had
Your
one
parents care about
sip. He had one sip of alcohol. I have never met such a lightweight.
Hey, thank you. I've been trying to lose
Correction.
weight.
Correction, I've never met such a lightweight that looks like such a heavyweight.
Oh, I thought I looked pretty good in this armor.
Loria will pat you on the head.
Frankly,
Bastion.
at this point, I'm just ignoring everything he says.
Yep.
Mm. Bastion,
Yes.
you are suddenly sober.
He looks up like, fuck. I gotta stop drinking.
Yeah, you do.
Can't be good for my health with how much I'm drinking.
No. L'Oreal kind of chuckles a bit. Oh, okay. I there are no words.
He kind of stands
Well-
up, kind of dusts himself off, and
I'm also gonna try and look over. Is Chili still over here, like, devouring food, or what's she been up to?
Lily's just kind of sprawled out, resting like a cat does.
Hmm.
patch
Hey,
of sunlight.
Mimi! Oh, God, where do you come from?
Sorry,
Maybe just teleports forward.
I didn't realize you could move them with arrows, so I just like.
Yep.
Kill him.
Mimi, do you want your cat, or is she good?
Chili.
Chili can. You see Chili like the head kind of rolls slowly towards you. You can. There's no sound, but you can hear the super heavy sigh. Does the cat stretch thing and stands up and walks over?
Uh,
Go next to the storyteller. It's like, sorry about that. I think an anorexic with grease palms could carry a greatsword better than he could hold his drink.
I've seen all manner of people at the show. He is the least of the troublesome ones, so no worries.
You guys got a dunk tank?
That is a good idea, though. You see him kind of think to himself for a minute.
It's an old kingdom thing. It's even better when it's freezing cold out.
So, okay. The show is going to be starting soon. So you'll have to excuse me. You know, Ringwald will say to Killian.
Ah, go for it.
So you see kind of the rest of the performers are beginning to like clean up what they were doing and get ready to go into their positions.
Killen will just pick up Biter, assuming Bastion's out of commission for a bit.
Biter will look confused but won't complain.
He's got him under the arm with his like hand wrapped around his torso kind of thing, where his legs and arms are just kind of dangling and his head is forward.
At this point, he's used to being carried, so he's just like, yeah, okay. Just letting you carry him. This is his life.
Chili doesn't let me do this. So this is the best thing.
Okay, so the group of you, you see Mara and the two swordsmen exit the tent. She gives a nod to you all and say, "Well, we're about to begin. It should be one hell of a show."
Yeah. Sorry.
Question. Can we get Killian stuffed in a cannon to shoot him out?
Yes.
We were talking to your cannonball expert,
It's kind of
and he was
designed for-
intrigued.
It's kind of designed for her size. I
Makes
think-
sense.
Can
Can
you,
I,
Tell you what, if we get a really big cannon, could we stuff Killian in it and shoot him out?
if you give me an hour,
I will give you an hour.
do we have an hour?
Show's kind of starting soon. Well, okay. The
I'll
carnival.
give you an hour tomorrow.
Okay.
The troop is opening up for people to start wandering in, and then the show will begin sometime after that.
Wait,
Bastion's just going to do mental calculations of how much a cannon would cost.
yeah. I was like, wait, I'm not doing this in front of a bunch of people. I
Well,
thought
not
you
the first time.
Mara says, "Shame. It would have been something."
Well, I mean, maybe I could. I don't know.
When
Think
they get a
about
cannonball,
it.
They get
Think
those,
about
those sticks to like stuff the ball down the barrel. Like it would work,
I
right?
would eat you.
I'm not the one holding the stick in this scenario. Lena is.
Hmm. I would drag her into the cannon with me.
Yeah, that about tracks.
God, don't you ever wonder what it's like to fly, Lena?
Can't say I've ever really thought about it,
Uh,
Killian.
You guys are two balls in a cannon. Nope.
Bastion, don't.
Killian
that's
walks
the
over. Killian walks over to Lena and looks down at Bastion, still against the tree. 3.
No, he stood up.
Okay. looks
2.
over, 1, and just slap onto the one side of the head.
Yep, slap onto the other.
Best just stands there and like, okay, I'm awake now. Looks at Lena. Ow! Looks at Killian. Help me out in the forge. It'll get your grip stronger. Clang. Yeah, there we go.
You don't have a helmet on right now.
I did less damage.
Yeah, but even with advantage, you still didn't break the armor class, so I'm counting as a clang.
Do you have your shield on right now?
I don't need the shield up, so I took the clang.
Fuck you.
Oh boy.
If I wasn't sure what was happening, wait, no, that wouldn't even work. Nah, damn it.
Yeah, just help me on the forge. Look at the wrist stronger. You know.
Yeah, I was just thinking about strangling Bastion in the forge. Just like this could work.
Before Mara takes her leave, she looks at each of you and says, "You've picked a good night to show up. I hope you enjoy the show."
Why is the night of all nights good?
Please don't murder the red dude. Just
The
we've
audience.
been around a lot of dead politicians.
Our shows are always good. But with the Crimson Lord in attendance, there will be more audience. It'll be good.
Pulling out all the stops.
Of course, with royalty, money follows, so to speak.
Yep. Anyway, here's silver. No. I'm kidding.
If you feel free to stay back here with the things, but the event will be taking place in the tent or the more public grounds.
We can watch people struggle to hit the bell,
That does sound like fun.
if that's opened up before the show starts.
Trying to squeeze the crowds dry before they get in.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have to pay for tickets or?
No.
Okay.
You are guests of ours.
Also, everybody here has been killing werewolves left and right, dropping coins on them.
Give them silver. Were you killing?
Hmm?
That's distasteful.
What?
That's the wolf my ass.
Gil looks confused.
That's okay. Just stick to copper or gold next time.
Honestly, they didn't seem to mind.
No, they're good.
So,
Are you talking about weakness to silver weapons?
You'll get their weapon.
If Mara walks away at any point, I'm just gonna look over at Killian and go, you're more entertaining to be around than I expected.
I'll fucking fight you. What does that mean?
You're just hilarious. Also, I'll fight you. I don't think it's gonna matter. I don't know if that's supposed to be a threat. It really isn't.
No, that's not-
Fuck.
Catch it.
Fine.
Clang. No, wait. Technically, I wouldn't have. Nope, my shield is off. Clang.
Hmm.
Yeah, your modifiers are correct. You just can't get for shit today.
Or ever. There's
You
no
just-
today about it.
Very rarely do you roll above a 10. Okay. You hear the sound of instruments as a welcoming chorus of music begins to play to announce the opening of the troupe. Over the course of an hour, people start filling in. You can see people trying the various carnival events. The rigged bell has been the rigged strength test has earned the circus a good deal of coin, and you get to see the moments where Bravo lets a few people win, keep it interesting, and you see some of the more stronger looking folk trying their luck to no avail. You feel their pain a bit.
Killing will ask L'Oreal if maybe she wants to check in with like some of the people in the compound. See if they want to hang out here for a bit.
Oh, speaking of, yeah, L'Oreal would have already invited them, yes.
Okay.
So you could probably find them wandering around.
Cool.
Except
You're a really
for,
nice
yeah, you're spot on there. Except for, ow, the name escapes me. Torin. Except for Torin, he ever vigilant guard duty.
Dragonborn?
Yes.
Okay.
So, Nora, Eliza, and Cook are wandering about.
Killing will warn Cook in advance that the strength game is rigged.
Good to know.
He seems like the kind of guy who'd try it and get screwed over.
Yeah.
Though also on that note, he'll be like, "Hey, Biter, want to go try this?"
Oh no.
You're dead. I win.
Bastion's rubbing Biter's shoulders with the guidance, like, you got this, buddy. Let's go. He's like, let's go.
Nick-
Flops in front of the mallet.
Yeah, let him do an athletics check.
And there is a very, very intense stare from Bastion at the guy operating the thing.
Could I have taught him like proper form to give him advantage on intellects? No, okay.
He's got a 6.
6. So
Unless you
even
give
with
him
it-
that advantage.
I was gonna say, could I have given him like you know you gotta bend your legs a little bit and lift it up both hands.
I don't think he can lift
He's
it
got a
with both hands.
-2. He's got a -2, so odds aren't great.
Yeah. I'll just
Any
say
bit of help you can get.
he swings it wide. He's got decent form. He's not too strong though. He hits it. It goes up about 3/4 of the way. Even this is the not rigged version.
Yes.
He- he's not very strong, but he did fairly well for someone
He
his
is,
size.
baby. But Bastion's like holding above the head, like, yeah! Like, full on, like just won the football game.
There's, you get some looks from passerbys and the very small crowd that's kind of accumulated in the front here. There's like a half-hearted like claps and stuff. People have just barely begun to start drinking, so there's no one drunk enough to fully join in. But
They're drinking, they're ready to go.
yep, various events going on. People wander in and out of Madame Meridia's tent. You see Geldan walking around. He'll occasionally pick up a random barrel or various very large objects that they've placed around specifically for show. You'll see the Zaire and the other jester doing various acts and interacting with the crowd. You'll catch a brief glimpse of Octavia as she's dancing her way through people, just trying to hold people's attention. She'll give a little half wave as like almost part of her dance. And then at some point, during the evening, word will kind of slowly spread that some of the main events will begin in the circus tent, and that's when you see them. This big entourage of heavily armored dragonborn. They're all in plate. They've all got some large weapon. Various different dragonborn, all chromatic. No. Yes, chromatic, sorry. And, they seem to be on the lookout, but there's one in particular that stands out who's in slightly different armor. And he seems to actually be going up to and like interacting with several of the attractions. And that would be Memrith.
Memrith. Okay. That's not a friendly look for the circus.
No, but if you can imagine a dragonborn with a big cheesy grin from ear to ear, that is what he looks like right now. He's actually it looks to be thoroughly enjoying himself at this troupe, this carnival.
That's a dope
Okay.
fucking art too.
Yeah.
That's a really good art.
It's nice.
Galdan will happily bench press anyone who asks.
I just want this thing of Killian like standing like both feet in one of his hands and laying on the other one. He's just doing like up and down.
Bastion so badly wants to try, but he is scared.
No, Lena wouldn't participate as readily, so Bastion can be on the other hand.
Okay.
Bastion is too scared of just falling off and landing on the dude.
Fine, then it's Killian with Nemia on his shoulders and Biter on Nemia's shoulders.
And Chili on mini Chili on Biter shoulders.
You have now become part of the axe. Okay.
Yeah.
Look, I too someday wish to be hot enough to be called one of the attractions. Okay, that's all I have to say.
Okay. After the main show is announced, you'll see the big group of guards escort Mammoth in first, obviously, as they take their place in the tent. The jesters that are performing outside will kind of stop the rest of the crowd from following after the guards, and eventually, Galdan will make his way over and also plop himself in front of the tent. What is the party doing? Or here, let me move you all. So you will all be out here, roughly somewhere in this vaguish area.
I'm gonna be honest. Bastion is just doing his best to make sure that any time he's even reasonably close to the red guy, that there are other people nearby. Just
Oh no, the
doesn't
guard,
want to be like people not associated with either faction. Just like don't want to be anywhere near this dude alone.
yeah, the guards
Makes sense.
are not allowing people to get close. There's very much a whoops, this is completely on the wrong layer. That changes things. Okay. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. There we go.
Those aren't promising with the tokens.
That's a lot.
Well, I mean, sure, it's a lot, but not really.
I
He's-
mean, that
he's got-
anything with a red border never ends up well for us.
Yeah, he's got 8 personal guards. Is what it is.
Wait, one for every square around him.
Basically.
Exactly.
As we're just hanging back and everything, I'm just gonna lean over to Killian. Isn't the whole thing with Adder that those guys are a problem for him? Like, they don't want to acknowledge him, and that's why we're doing this?
Yeah, but that's again why we're wanting to get him to the top. And if we can potentially have some that are, able to be convinced of that, that'd be cool.
Mm.
Because
All right.
look, I'm not saying I wouldn't enjoy killing my way through all of them. I'm just saying that I wouldn't have much to rule if we did.
Hmm.
Same reason I didn't want my uncle or my father killing each other.
Look at you being the diplomat.
Rolls his eyes. Yeah, whatever.
Better you than me. I don't have the patience for it.
Holy celestial. Arbiters of good, huh?
I don't think our deal was good so much as valor.
Hmm.
Alright, look.
Look, you're not willing to bring my soul when I die, so what good are you?
Not that I'm not willing. It's number one, you'd better not die before whatever you're doing is done. You quitter.
Wow,
And number
okay.
two,
Didn't know that was in question.
given the way you're talking right now, gotta make that clear. And number two, frankly, I don't know if I can right now, like this. I can't remember exactly what I did in that role. I just have a sense of it feeling right, the idea being right.
We'll figure it out. I'm learning your stuff.
Well, look. Alright, look.
I'm only
It's like
50%.
Alright, look. It's like there was a time that I can remember
In fact, you're like
After-
150% given your lineage.
after my memory cut off. There's a time I remember when I didn't ever pick up a weapon. So I didn't know that I could use weapons until the first time I picked one up, and then it just clicked. That's kind of what I assume this whole thing is basically about.
Okay, so we're betting on you winging it.
Literally, yes.
Okay.
So that's, another reason
Oh,
why
works
you
for me.
probably should try not to snuff it. At least not early, okay?
He just jabs it and like elbows in the shoulder. I'll trust you.
No, is Bastion close enough to hear this conversation?
I assume they're fairly off because he's bringing up Flenna's heritage.
Curious. Up to you guys.
I wouldn't mind it being down to like a luck roll of some kind just if Bastion walks by at the right time.
Sure.
Because I wasn't like concerted about secrecy or anything, was just bringing it up.
17 on the luck roll.
17 seems pretty good. Would that be okay with DM? Be okay with Devin
I'm good.
as well?
If Eric's
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, I'd be good with Bastion
Catching
hearing
the tail
whatever
end,
amount
at
of
least.
that. Yep.
Bastion just kind of walks by and he's just like, I can fix it. Don't worry. Holding up like a diamond in his hand. You're good.
Killian has a look of disgust on his face.
Like it's not gonna be pleasant, but
You
like
would steal a warrior's death from me, you absolute asshole.
no. I would make sure that they can live long enough to die twice and be twice as valorant.
Doesn't work like that.
Frankly,
You're
I don't
one.
know how that works.
We'll put it this way: if you're good enough to get into the first time, imagine if you get brought back at the last second and then do it a second time. How dope that'd be!
It's not.
Honestly,
It's not a Valorant death then. It's just like in the stories where a guy falls off a cliff and then he got better.
Must have been a really good cliff.
actually, we could probably ask and find out if somebody's brought back, does the first death count? Is there credit for it? Or do you have to die the second time also with the sword in hand?
Also, can you help with that? Would that be a trial run?
Which
Who,
part?
me or him?
You. I assume it leaves my body, so can you just put it back where it came from?
Hell if I know.
Well, we'll figure it out.
No, see, the Alphinos are the one tusk.
I've got the
elephants.
feeling that wasn't part of the job.
Nemia,
Yes.
make a perception check.
Killian checks his pockets.
Feel the disturbance in force.
Oh damn!
So
The horns
it has
are ringing.
been several minutes since the group of Dragonborn entered the tent, and you've noticed that Galden and the other two are still not letting people into the tent yet. You know the rough layout of the tent. You know that there are sort of like pathways underneath the seats for people to move around quickly and hidden. You see someone moving along the inside of the tent, what would be under the seating arrangement. You don't know who it is, but you can see the form kind of moving their way around.
Maybe everyone else is arguing over the mathematics of like Valorant deaths.
Could you repeat the last bit? I heard up to who did, and then I broke off a bit.
You heard up to what part?
Who did? Was it? What was the word, or did I break? And
I think you might have broke it earlier.
Maybe just give it a go over again.
You see that they're still not letting people into the tent, and it's been like several minutes. Like a crowd has kind of gathered outside, and they're waiting to go in, but the strong man's not letting them in yet. You know,
oh, sorry.
so you know that the circus tent has
Uh-huh.
like pathways under the bleachers for people to get around quietly and unseen. You notice the ruffling of one side of the tent's canvas, as if someone was moving along it inside of the tent.
Ooh. Let me get here close up to the fellow man, the strong man. What was his name again? I can't find them on the NPC list. Oops.
Eldar?
Scarlet.
Eldar?
They're
Galden.
close.
Got
They're
it.
close
Okay.
to the bottom. Their list. A no, right in the middle, like
Oh,
between
yeah,
Old
they're right.
Kingdom and Golric tribe.
Yeah,
A whole lot of
Golden. Get God damn. What is actually going on here?
What do you mean?
Come on. Like, why isn't the show starting? Conveniently, when there's relevant figure inside the tent.
It's Mara's orders. She said she's got some special plans for him.
Fuck
Mm,
off.
can I insight check this?
Sure.
Does the rest of the group see Nemia off doing a thing?
I mean, I imagine you're not too far away.
Yep.
There is a crowd gathering here, though, so it might start to get loud and busy.
Is
I'm
this
telling you, there's a tradition out another continent. 3 times Valorant death. Extra good afterlife.
he walks by and just hey, hey
Were you gonna
Greg.
insight that?
are do you mean like a special like the bad days special or
Galden just shrugs.
what do you guys know about it? And I'll point to the other fellow too. You always seem to be involved with some weird shit. I'll point to
There's like, I don't know. I'm just doing what I'm told.
Killian kind of looking just like, what do you think's going on?
Okay, guys, thanks. That was awesome. And I'm not one to check what has changed in our act, but this smells like it's about to go down in some way. L'Oreal, do you know anything about this?
L'Oreal's got some like carnival food halfway in her mouth, and she just looks at you wide-eyed. No.
Killian will
No.
Killian's gonna like take Nemia by the shoulders. Okay, do you have a bad feeling about this?
Well, when there's a highly important figure in a tent, and I
Yes or no?
see. Yes.
All right, Killian's gonna start running this way and go to.
There's more than. Yep, I was about to head the same direction.
He's gonna try to hop the fence with his climb speed.
I mean, it's not a terribly big fence, so
Whoop.
I'm gonna hop it with athletics.
yeah, basically.
I'll point at them and say for the troop, yeah, they're just going on their regular daily afternoon run before the circa.
I'm taking a pass.
Sebastian just looks at me like, do you want me to stay here, or I can't jump that high?
Yeah, me neither. That was my ride, and I'll point to Gillian.
That was good. That was good.
Well played.
Dude, where's my barbarian?
I looked at L'Oreal like,
Killian
you're bad luck, I swear.
will stop at the top of the fence, look back, like make eye contact and yell like, "Come on!"
Oh shit, we're going. Okay.
Oh, shit.
There's like an extendo glaive to like throw bat biter into Bastion's backpack, and he starts running.
So
Yep,
is
okay.
so is everyone here, like who's here, visible for where they are right now?
Give or take, yeah.
All right,
No, actually, some of the performers would probably be out. I just didn't move them.
fair enough. Just curious.
Nora would be there because beasts. Clown would be out and about. All these guys would be out and about. Blind Archer would be probably still hanging out because she's shy.
Mm.
Okay, roughly that should do. But yeah,
Bastion just
there is a
Biter
whole
over the
bunch.
fence.
There is still a whole bunch of people there. Yep. So you guys can make your way over to the fence. You see the swordsman, walking towards the northern entrance, presumably to begin a show.
Mhm.
And you see Mara following behind them. You see her stop for a moment, reach to her bag.
Be 1 second.
Okay. Ominous music.
I'll be honest, the music did more to convince me of this whole ordeal than anything.
It's like, do you hear that? Yeah, it's the sound of. Oh god, the soundtrack changed.
If this is a huge fake out, I'm gonna love you, Eric.
I would love that too. I feel like we've almost hyped it up too much now, though.
Yeah, we'll see.
I feel like we're about to hit like minute 60 of like Full Metal Jacket. Like this is not going to go well.
I'll fight some werewolves.
I'd rather not be around for another attempted assassination that we weren't actually at the fault for. Because, like, okay, yeah, I admit the first time didn't look great on our end.
Here's
It's
the
starting
thing.
to look it's too frequent at this point.
Here's the thing, though. The assassination target isn't a rotund dwarven noble this time.
No, it's someone who you have a nationalistic rivalry that goes back centuries for.
I mean, yeah, but I mean,
Millennia, not centuries.
Oh, sorry, my
But-
mistake.
but I'm saying in terms of the here and now, it's more likely that we can grab him and run off with him before he gets killed.
I repeat back the last part. I don't think he'll agree with that.
Well, if someone else is trying to stab him and I'm not, and I'm trying to stab the person who's stabbing him. That is of course assuming like the whole time he's not like, oh, this is a great show.
There we go.
I'm back. Sorry, my
There we
boss
go.
called
That's
the work question.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's totally what's gonna happen, isn't it? They're gonna legit be trying to kill him, and he's gonna be like, "Oh, this is a great show. It's got danger and thrills."
Oh, good. Such realistic blood. The smell, too.
All right. You have all made your way to the gate. You're making your way over. Killian, you're the first one over.
Yep.
You see the swordsman walking just out of view around the northern entrance. Mara close behind. You see her stop for a moment, rifle through some stuff she has at her side, and pulls out a mask and puts it on.
Is it white?
It is white.
Bugger it.
Uh,
I would like to state, I put it in the Discord around 15 minutes ago.
hmm.
Yep. So far, only Killian has seen this, right?
I mean, yeah, you'll all. Well, actually, Killian might end up being the only one seeing it because they are kind of, they're walking away at this point. So,
At the very least, he's the only one able to react right now, I assume.
maybe next time.
That's fair.
Damn it.
But yeah, you see them walking towards the entrance. Mara dons a familiar, ominous mask.
Why you gotta make my previous character's kid a cultist?
To be fair, this guy might be a dick. They might be doing a good thing,
Where,
which is not for us.
where did Var go wrong?
Yeah.
Okay, we're
Find out next time on.
On the next edition.
Picked a fun night. Well, I might be a werewolf soon. Yay!
Oh no.
You're gonna live Travis's dreams.
Damn it, I liked her!
Yeah, she's gonna sink her teeth into me, and I'm like, I will become stronger than you have ever imagined.
And I will pay for everything in silver, just to make myself immune to it.
Until next time.
Until next time.